Okay, thanks for tuning in. I wanted to take a moment to give you another case study example of a project that I purchased and sold and went full cycle. This one was fun because from start to finish, we did it in about 14 months, and that is Parkway Village in Goodyear. This is a deal that I sourced off market. And before I dive into that, I'm gonna take a moment just to give you a little bit of my background. If you don't know already, after working in Microsoft and corporate America for a few years, I jumped into house flipping and did something on the order of 75 deals, including rentals and flips and new construction projects in LA, in Seattle. I owned some rentals down in Texas until ultimately I started buying shopping centers in Greater Phoenix. This was back in 2017 down in Maricopa, and that really kind of got me going and excited about this business. So a lot of lessons learned the hard way over that 10-year journey, but fortunately it happened in the single family space, so I'd have a few more repetitions in when it came to doing some bigger commercial deals with an extra comma and more zeros. So with Parkway Village, this was a $2 million purchase, and what immediately drew me to the center was that it was half vacant. It came with seller financing, and it was in gray shell condition in a reasonably well located area. So this is the property that I bought. Is actually on two parcels. So the dirt pad that you see up front was separated, and what we ended up doing is actually selling that off to a user directly, and then sold the strip center off to an investor, 1031 buyer out of California. So they were happy, I was happy, the numbers worked out quite swimmingly. But what I did to increase value and force appreciation on this project was lease up that nearly 50% of vacancy. So the space that you see highlighted here in red was gray shell. And so we got it split up. Half of it ended up being a veterinarian, and then we had a barber shop and a dental academy, of all things. So obviously paid the tenant improvement allowance, good healthy TI, leasing commission to good brokers who understand this product and work this neighborhood. I ended up doing this deal on the leasing side with the gals at Phoenix West, who were great. And then took it out to market with the same broker who brought me the deal, Jeanette. So she was able to represent me on the buy side, but then also turn around and represent me on the sell side. So a solid 6 figures in commission for her. So that's really my intention with all of these deals, is the people who are doing, the grinding and the hard work of finding and sourcing these deals get rewarded on the back end and create an opportunity where we can make buy side commission, sell side commission, maybe leasing commission in between. And if I'd maybe given her a little bit more lead time, she probably could have sourced a 1031 buyer for this on the back end, or at least had the opportunity to do it. So this is what the space looked like when we bought it. There you can see nearly 6,000 feet of gray shell. I was pretty hands-on with the contractor and the architect for this one because we were working with mom and pop tenants. And so I just knew that those guys didn't have the experience or even the budgets or know what to ask in a lot of cases when we were going through this process. So yeah, that was some brain damage on my part, but I don't know if the deal would have gotten done without that. So I was out there, on a number of occasions, flying back and forth from Southern California, but also working through all the intricacies of the adult babysitting in some cases with construction, and making sure that our tenants are happy and our contractor and everything's coming together as we envisioned. So got it fully up to 100% occupancy. In addition, during that 14-month period, I got everyone's lease renewed or extended. So we made a very lendable deal on the back end. The bank could come along and feel quite confident lending, I don't know what it was, 70, 80% leverage to a qualified buyer. Got those leases done. I did end up listing this pad with a specialist. So it was the guys at CBRE who focused predominantly on some single tenant net lease work. And they were able to bring in a buyer who paid for that pad separate of that other purchase. So this deal ended up trading at 4.2 million. It was a 7 cap. I bought it for 2 million. So there was that number that I love to see there, over 50% increase in value. In this case, it was more like 100% increase in value. So nearly doubled the value of the property. That created a nice payday for us and my family, but also for all of the folks that were working along with us, the brokers, we could afford to pay them well out of that and then get this thing turned around in relatively short periods. So That's the idea. And again, I think the stuff that I'm most excited about and most interested today has a lot of those same characteristics. It's well located. It's got good visibility. It's got good ingress egress. There's the capability of landing name brand tenants, although, I've made a decent living doing mom and pop, so I'm not opposed to that. And I just wanted to give you another sense of, what it looks like to have me buy something, fix it up, turn around and sell it, and hopefully make my my broker companions a lot of money along the way. So look forward to your questions, or better yet, taking a look at any deal that you think is my next great acquisition that you can represent me on the buy side. I have a couple specific videos about how I underwrite and some of the activity that we have going on right now that are worth checking out. So look forward to hearing from you soon. Thanks for tuning in, and take care.